I know that he's not going to show up here and start beating anybody up or nothing. He's not going to do that.
Have you kept him from visiting his children?
Yes, I have.
How long has it been that you've kept him from visiting?
And he just contacted me not 2 months ago, asking where her whereabouts are, concerned about my children because she hasn't let me have any kind of contact with them in over a year. I haven't got to see my kids since not last Father's Day, but the year before that.
And was there a reason you didn't give her any support for your children during that time period? Because it's a little bit complicated. You married Mr. Towns on April 14th of 2015. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And then you divorced from him sometime in either December of 2019 or January of 2020?
Yes, ma'am.
We don't have an exact date. Is that correct?
Correct.
What county was the divorce in?
Montgomery.
Okay.
And then you married Mr. Wood on March 14th of 2020. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry, that was March 14th of 2020 again?
Yes,
March
ma'am.
14th. Sometime in January 4th of 2022, the two of you separated. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Now,
when did they separate? I'm sorry.
January 4th of 2022. Okay.
I'm not sure. I realized there was a presumed father. Give me one moment. So in 2015, she married Mr. Towns.
Yes.
Okay.
And then you divorced Mr. Towns in 2000, either December of 2019 or January of 2020. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And
And
did their
Bristol
divorce
was-
decree reference Bristol?
He signed a paper in the hospital whenever she was born saying that she was not his. And that was also done during the divorce proceeding. I know because it got pushed, like the divorce got pushed because we had to sign a paper on that.
So did Mr. Wood sign that paper as well?
Yes. I'm pretty sure, yes.
Okay.
And as far as I know, we don't have an acknowledgement of paternity on that child. So we did DNA.
And your divorce decree didn't do anything else with regard to Bristol?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Because like I said, he had went to the hospital when she was born and signed a paper stating that that was not his child.
Bristol was born when you were married to Mr. Towns, and then you divorced Mr. Towns. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And even though we don't have copies of those papers, that if it was an acknowledgement of paternity, we didn't find it. We did DNA testing, correct?
I could look that up if you'd like. I have access to Montgomery County right next to me. I think I remember you all from when we transferred your case, to be honest.
I mean, as long as, we have the.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know that it's necessary. Okay.
We've got the DNA test results, Your Honor. I think we're good. Then you got married to Mr. Wood, and then a little over a year later, you had Wyatt. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. He's born in what, April of 21?
Yes.
Who did Bristol and Wyatt live with?
Me.
When did you and Mr. Wood cease living together? Sometime in January of 2022?
Yes.
Okay.
Notice how calm the court maintains composure while the tension rises. You can feel the silent pressure. Two parents with completely different versions of the timeline. Discipline versus chaos. One side meticulously lays out the facts, the other scrambles to justify absence and lack of support. This isn't just a dispute over visitation, it's a fight for credibility. The mother's hesitation, the father's frustration. You see the leverage starting to shift toward accountability. Would you stay composed under that scrutiny? Facts don't lie, and here, the truth is quietly cornering manipulation. The court is watching every slip, every pause. Facts hold, manipulation fails.
And since that time, has Mr. Wood seen the children?
Yes.
When did he see the children?
He saw them, I don't know his specific dates, but I know that he has saw them twice in person, and he's had FaceTime visits with them. I don't know exactly how many.
Do you think it's in the children's best interest to go with Mr. Wood right now for a whole weekend out to West Texas?
No.
Do you think it would be okay for him to build up with some supervised visitation and then for
Yes.
say 6 visits and then
Yes.
4 hours and then build that up? And
Yes.
once he finishes all those to he'd be able to take them out to West Texas if he visited with them out there?
As long as they were brought back in a timely manner, and that's what I absolutely, whatever we need to do.
Now, how are your children covered for health insurance?
Can I just clarify that? Is she asking for any supervised or just starting with stair step?
I'm starting, I would like to start with supervised visitation just because Wyatt is so little and there hasn't been many visits between now and then, just a chance to get him used to being around them.
And once he is no longer supervised, he has family in the area. Is that
And
true?
I'm
Yes.
not aware of where his family is at.
Okay. But when he's no longer supervised, then as long as he didn't go all the way back out to West Texas until the standard visitation started, you'd be okay with that?
Yes.
And if he went with his family for 4 hours and then brought him back, you'd be good?
Yes.
Or went with him all day with his family and then overnight, you'd be good with that as well?
That would be after, that would be the stages, correct?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. I'm just making sure I'm understanding.
First visits would be for 4 hours supervised. Then
Yes, ma'am.
after that, there would be visits for 4 hours unsupervised.
Okay.
And then visits after that would be from 9 to 6 on one day. Okay.
Okay.
And after that, the visits would be say from 9 a.m. on Saturday to 9 or to 6 p.m. on Sunday. Does that make the stages understandable?
Yeah.
Now, do you want your children to visit with their father?
Yes, I do.
Do you have safety concerns if he knows your address?
I don't. I have concern with behavior issues. As far as physical, no. I just want everything to be kosher for my children.
Okay. Are you requesting back child support or to start from here forward?
I am requesting back child support, yes.
So so from when y'all split up in early January of 2022 until now, has Mr. Wood given you any money for the support of your children?
In total, he is giving me $600 since we have split up.
And that's been over the last...
You can feel the frustration boiling over here. The father is methodical, concise, almost beaten down by inaction, yet refusing to crumble. He frames the timeline clearly. Every omission by the mother is now on record. Notice how small pauses punctuate the tension. They're not hesitations, they're leverage points. Each missed visitation, each delayed payment becomes evidence and the court absorbs it all. Discipline is winning here. It's subtle, but it's there. Controlled, patient, and unyielding. Do you sense how power quietly consolidates around composure? By letting facts dictate the pace, he turns emotional manipulation into legal currency. This wasn't negotiation, it was a reckoning.
What, approximately 18 months?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Have you kept him from visiting his children?
In the recent months, yes, I have, due to actions.
Okay. And how long has it been that you've kept him from visiting with the children?
The last time that I spoke with them would be this past year on Christmas.
You last spoke to him in Christmas time? Not you?
Yes, he spoke to them this past Christmas.
No, I did not.
So you're going to get a chance to speak. I want to hear from both of you, but I can only focus on one person's side at a time.
I would pass this witness. I would call Mr. Wood. Will you please state your name?
Zane Wood.
Now you are Bristol's and Wyatt's father. Is that correct?
Correct.
And you are not requesting DNA testing on Wyatt. Is that also correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you were married during the time that Wyatt was conceived and born, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Okay, so you think they were on child support, and what was that amount?
$19 an hour at 40 hours is $32.93 $33 gross a month.
Okay.
And that comes to, he has one other child, so that's living with him.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes.
so that comes to child support of $610 a month and $100 a month towards government health insurance. So I misspoke. The other issue is back child support, whether that is an
What
issue.
about conservatorship? Do they agree on that?
Let me flesh that out, Your Honor. I'm not sure that I believe they
Okay.
do. Yes. It's my understanding that you are in agreement with the $610 a month child support beginning October 1st and
Yes.
medical support of $100 beginning October 1st.
Yes, ma'am.
With the two of you being joint managing conservators, with Ms. Towns being the primary conservator. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. May
As
I also ask that real quickly of Ms. Towns, Your Honor?
Yeah, and just to be clear, what is the no residency restriction, some residency restriction? What are they agreeing to?
He lives out in West. Mr. Wood, where do you live?
Midland?
You were just asking Texas for residency restriction?
Yes.
Okay. Your Honor, may I ask Ms. Towns?
Yes, you may.
Ms. Towns,
For
are
the-
you?
For the supervised visitations, that's going to be here, correct?
I have not ruled on it yet,
no.
ma'am. I'm still listening to evidence.
We're not
I'm
talking
just-
about the
I'm just trying to
visitation yet.
see
Yes,
if you,
as
and
long-
it's okay either way. I'm not trying to pressure you into making agreements, but if you have agreements, I don't want to then make a ruling that varies from your agreements if I think they're okay too, because sometimes there's a few options that are fine.
I'm
And
sorry.
so
I
I'm
was-
listening carefully to what you're all saying, and it's making me wonder if you have agreements. So I just need to know what is and isn't agreed to,
Okay.
and then I can
Okay.
move forward and make whatever
I'm
rulings I
sorry.
need to. So either way, it's fine with me. If nothing's in agreement, that's okay. I'm not at all trying to pressure you. I just
Okay.
want to know what I'm listening for and what I'm ruling on, and kind of where you all began this too. So
Okay.
it just affects my ruling in general.
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry.
Ms. Towns?
It's okay.
Yes, ma'am.
You've heard the child support of $610 a month and $100 towards medical based on $19 an hour. Are you okay with that?
Yes.
Okay. Now, your only question was back child support. Is that correct?
Yes. I don't even know how that works.
Now, as far as the two of you being joint managing conservators, with you being the primary conservator to establish the residency of your child, are you okay with that being within Texas, anywhere in Texas?
Yes.
So as far as that, you and Mr. Wood are on the same page.
Yes.
Okay. The only questions that we have then would be back child support and visitation. Is that right?
Yes.
Or are you okay with your address being in the order?
They know my address already, so it doesn't matter to me. My address can be in the order.
But she did express some safety concerns. I'm not sure what they
I
are.
do have
but-
safety concerns with that, but it's not safety. I just don't want a bunch of craziness. They already know my address. They have it already. He does. Mr. Wood does.
Here's a textbook example of how transparency neutralizes fear. She tries to control the narrative through implied safety concerns, but the father's calm acknowledgement dismantles that tactic. You can see it. Manipulation meets its match. Every attempt to create doubt is met with disciplined reasoning. He frames logistics, not drama, and suddenly her concerns appear performative. The judge absorbs this effortlessly. Yeah, would you have anticipated this counter? Leverage is quietly shifting again. Control now favors the one who prepares, plans, and refuses to react emotionally. He walks out with composure intact. She walks exposed.
But you might move. Do you have concerns at that point?
No, I don't want my address in the thing. I don't.
Okay, so that's an issue.
You say simply because you don't want the craziness. Is there anything
Yes.
specific with safety?
No, there's no physical. No.
Your Honor, I would again pass this witness.
Okay, you may call your next witness.
Do you have an issue if she doesn't want her address in the court order? Do you want her address?
My only issue is I need to know where my kids are. I mean, that's where they're living and who they're living with. You know, like I said, you know, she's got a felony warrant for her arrest. Walker County just contacted me not 2 months ago, you know, asking where her whereabouts are. I'm kind of concerned about my children because she hasn't let me have any kind of contact with them in over a year. It's been almost going on 2 years now.
Well, Mr. Wood, you did say that y'all split up in January of 22, which is not 2 years ago.
No, ma'am, it was 21.
Before your child was born?
I've got.
Was it before Wyatt was born?
No, it was after, but
Because he was born in April of 21.
I mean, it's been over a year and a half since we had split up. I haven't got to talk. I haven't got to see my kids since not last Father's Day, but the year before that. I haven't got to talk to my kids since Christmas of not last year, but the year before that.
But y'all were still living together at that point, correct?
No, we were not.
You said you split up on January 2nd of 22.
I have pictures and screenshots and everything of when the last time I saw my kids.
Let's go with it. Let's go with it this way. Okay. Your son was born in April of 21. Then y'all were still together that following Christmas. And shortly after New Year's, y'all separated. Is that correct?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. Does that make it simpler?
Yeah.
Okay. So that would have been January of 22. And so you saw him in Father's Day of 22, right after that. Is that correct?
Correct.
And
What about the other child? Did you see both of them or just one?
I got to see both of them.
Okay.
Did you take them off with you, or did you just see them at Miss Town's house?
My daughter spent the night with me. That was it.
And after that, you visited with them on Christmas, or you didn't visit with them the following Christmas?
No, I got a FaceTime with them, and that was the last time I got to speak to them.
Were you at that point when you FaceTime with them? Were you living in West Texas?
No.
And you have one other child, is that correct? That's with you right now?
Correct.
Does that child live with you?
Yes.
Miss Town said you paid her over the last approximately 18 months. You've paid her $600. Do you have any reason to dispute that, or do you think you've given her more money than that?
That number sounds about right.
And was there a reason you didn't give her any support for your children during that time period?
Because she refused to let me see them or let me talk to them or have any kind of contact with me. I didn't even know how to send her money.
Okay.
You know, I've been doing everything I'm trying to do to have contact with my children and be there for my children. My daughter's birthday just passed. You know, I wasn't even allowed to talk to her on her birthday because I don't know why. I mean, this has been going on and going on and going on, and I would really like to speak to my children, know that they're okay, know what the environment they're in. You know, I don't know anything about what's going on in their life because she refuses to have any kind of contact with me.
Now, do you know where they are now?
I do have the address, yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Did she move after you all separated?
Yes, we were living in West Texas, and she picked up and left without a word.
I guess maybe I need a time frame of where you all left. So you were together in West Texas. She left. At some point, you left also, because I think you said you were not in West Texas.
Yes, ma'am.
Christmas of 2022, and then you went back to West Texas?
Correct. I just recently moved back out here.
Okay.
Now, what kind of visitation are you requesting, Mr. Wood? Do you think it'd be in the best interest of your children?
I mean, I kind of agree with the stair stepping everything that way, because I don't want to just throw them back into the middle of all this. You know, their safety and their mental well-being is all I'm worried about. I want them to be as comfortable as possible, and I'll do whatever I have to do in order to make that happen. You know, that's my whole goal here.
So you would be okay with six visitations at each level?
My only concern with that is the distance I'm having to travel. You know, it's 8.5 hours away. It's quite quite extensive. And then, my job, I work a lot. These past 2 weeks, had 128 hours. That's going to be a lot.
What are you proposing that you would be able to do?
I mean, like I said, I'll do whatever I have to do. So whatever.
Notice the discipline. The father doesn't argue over minor details. He folds responsibility into his statements. Confidence and accountability shine through, turning what could be seen as weakness into a strategic advantage. You can feel her frustration rise with every measured answer. He's not reactive. He's deliberate. Each statement is a nudge to the court, a quiet reinforcement of control. Contrast that with scattered reasoning on the other side. Facts, willingness to comply. Structured visitation plan, all creating an undeniable pattern of reliability. Would you have the patience to turn chaos into leverage? Facts, discipline, composure. This is how power asserts itself.
Whatever the court rules, that's what I'll do. Just that's a lot of supervised visits for a couple hours at a time on the weekend or whatever, just to drive 8 hours,
So are you requesting to start to visit with the kids for all day?
I mean,
At the first level, say from 9 to 6 all day, and then go to the overnight one night before you take them off?
I would be completely fine with that. If we could start, I mean, it's still starting out slow enough, and my outlook of it, I mean, they are my kids, and like I said, I've been trying to have contact with them for this long, and I haven't got anything.
So as far as her address being there, do you have anything to say about any safety concerns?
I mean, not necessarily safety, except for the fact that, like I said, she does have a felony warrant for her arrest. If she gets picked up on this, on a traffic violation or anything, what's going to happen to my kids?
You know what they're alleging she did?
She went on a run for probation.
Do you know what she's on probation for?
Bribery.
Bribery or robbery? I'm sorry.
Bribery.
Bribery.
That's out of Walker County?
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, I have no more questions of Mr. Wood at this time.
The state doesn't represent either of you, so I'm going to give you both a chance to speak. It looks like I'll start with Ms. Towns if you have something you want to say. So now's your chance.
I'm not entirely sure what's going on with the probation part of it. I'm going to call myself and figure that out because that's new news to my ears because I was just at a courthouse and dealing. This makes no sense. That part of it I will handle because I don't run from the law. That's not. As far as I want to do what is best for my kids. I want him in their life. I just want it done peacefully. I don't want whatever issues we had to be brought up because none of that matters anymore. I just want to be comfortable and happy. And whatever we need to do to get that there, that's my concern. On the supervised visitations, is there any way that we could go down to maybe 2 visits of supervised and then we can go to all day?
Who would be supervising the supervised? Who do you propose to be supervising these incidents, Ms. Towns?
I'm not entirely sure how that works. I really don't. I didn't know that I needed to pick somebody. I didn't know if they went to like a.
Well, there's no list for me, and so typically I pick people that people know because you all don't know who I know, and there's no like organization, and there are some organizations that are very expensive. So there are cases I do order it through an organization, but it's usually very extreme circumstances. So I usually try to start with who you all are comfortable with, and both of you. I'm not just asking for Mr. Wood, please know that. And so when I'm asking you, it's, I don't know who you all know. I don't know who you all are comfortable with. The court doesn't provide supervisors. So.
Honestly, okay, I know that he's not going to show up here and start beating anybody up or nothing. He's not going to do that. But it's not safety. It's confrontation that gets.
But even confrontation, it doesn't seem like you would then be the appropriate supervisor if you two, butt heads.
Right. Okay. So I'm asking, do I need to pick like a mutual person?
That would be ideal. Someone who you're both comfortable with, who is comfortable with both of you, who won't bring any of your, like you were saying, like the stuff between you two doesn't need to be brought into his business, especially these early ones when it's, we're trying to build the relationship back up between them. So ideally it wouldn't have any of this stuff involved at all. It would just be, Dad's here, let's do something fun, and let's learn to love our dad. So yeah, ideally it'd be someone that you're both comfortable with, that the kids are comfortable with, that is not, like Mrs. Towns is right or he's right. Like just someone who wants what's best for the kids is who we really want. No one who's holding a grudge against either of you, who can move past all this would be an ideal person if that exists.
My brother.
Do you know his brother?
I do know his brother.
Do you trust his brother to move past whatever happened?
I do.
Okay. And he treats you okay? He doesn't?
Yes.
Okay. And does his brother live near you, Miss Towns?
I am not sure where he lives at anymore, to be honest.
He lives in Hockley.
How do you logistically want that to happen with your brother being in Hockley? Like what?
I'm pretty sure that I could get him to go pick the kids up or have them meet or something to, that way we not butting heads in front of the kids and everything else. Because again, that's not what I'm trying to do. My main goal is to make sure the kids are okay and they're happy, and that as a father, that is all I'm concerned about. My brother, we've already talked before this. He said he would do whatever he has to do to make sure everything's kosher. His fiance is actually paralegal also. I don't know. I'm okay with whatever the court's okay with.
And ma'am, what are you comfortable doing to make those visits logistically workable?
I'm comfortable with meeting. I can
somewhere.
drop off with
where would you all want to meet up?
The Walmart parking lot is fine.
Okay.
I don't have any problems with what Megan's got going on. I can look past all of our stuff. She's worried about me blowing up or whatever she's worried about. I've had their address for going on some months now, and I haven't showed up there not once. I'm trying to do everything the right way and trying to do right by my kids. And so, eventually we're both going to have to grow up and learn how to get along with each other because we have children together. I hope it doesn't have to go on like this forever.
I don't want it to. I don't.
So what do you want? How do you want to do pick up and drop offs past the supervised phase? What are you all proposing?
No, if her and I can meet in public, or I can go there, or wherever, however it needs to happen is, I'm not opposed to it.
I don't want it to be like this forever. I don't want any animosity. I don't want any fighting. After these supervised visits, we can meet in town, meet in the middle, whatever we have to do.
Okay. So you all need to either, ideally you two would pick a location that you're both happy with.
Right.
So, and I guess we need it in the order, unfortunately, which is why these hearings kind of get belabored. Do you all, let's have you all look and propose locations and see if you can come to an agreement on it.
You can see the restraint here. A man who could confront, but chooses strategy. It's a masterclass in controlled action versus impulsive reaction. Every missed opportunity to manipulate is cataloged in the court record, turning what could be a dispute into documented leverage. The mother's hesitations, the references to felonies, all lose weight under the calm, methodical exposition. He frames cooperation and practicality as virtue, highlighting contrast with chaos. Would you recognize the silent power shift if you were watching in real time? Discipline wins. The leverage is undeniable. Facts speak louder than theatrics, and the record proves it.
Because like I said, I live 8.5 hours away.
I know.
If she could meet me, Dallas is probably my halfway point, in between here and there. If we can meet in Dallas or something somewhere, when I do get the kids, that would be fantastic.
My only problem with meeting halfway right now would be I have an oil leak in my car, so I can't drive very far. I'm working on getting that fixed. But right now I can't even drive to Conroe. The furthest I could be able to drive would be to Humble to meet Kaysen. Now granted that's a ways from now, so it should be fixed. Other than that, I mean, I would be willing to meet halfway unless something were to happen, and then I would send proof and let him know what was going on, and we would figure it out from there. Is that okay?
I'm fine with that, because I mean I'm having car issues myself, so I kind of understand that.
I mean, I'm not trying. I want to do this the right way. I'm ready for it to all be over so that they can be happy. So
Another thing I am requesting though is if some FaceTime visitation, phone calls, or anything like that.
Is there a night during the week that would work well for you, ma'am, to let them do some FaceTime?
I can do that.
Okay, what night would work best? And I know over time you're gonna probably have to change it, but as the kids get older, they'll also be able to do some of this on their own.
Would Wednesday night be okay?
Yeah, that'll work.
Between 7 and 7:30 is fine because I'll be done with dinner and everything.
The first phase is going to be the first, third, and fifth Saturdays supervised from 1 to 5, supervised by his brother.
First, third, and what? I'm sorry.
Fifth Saturdays, supervised by his brother with that pickup at the Walmart.
Okay.
The second
Is that for
phase,
two times?
two visits. Yep.
Okay, thank you.
And then after that, you're going to jump to the 8 to 5 unsupervised. Just don't want to pick up at the Walmart for now. Once you get past these phases,
Yeah.
I'm going to move you to something else. Okay, so the Walmart exchange. And how many visits do you want of these 8 to 5 unsupervised?
We can do, we'll say 4. Is that
Okay, Mr. Wood?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, and then after that, you're going to move to 6 p.m. Saturday to 6 p.m. Sunday.
9
Unsupervised.
a.m. 9 a.m. Saturday. It's usually a day and a half.
Are you sure?
I think so.
I don't know why it's not, to be honest, but I don't think it is. I'm okay with that though.
okay? What is it?
So you're proposing 8 a.m. Saturday to 6 p.m. Sunday?
I was 9 a.m. just 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Sunday.
Okay.
How many one night overnights?
The court's decisiveness crystallizes the prior strategy. Agreements, timelines, child support, all validated, all codified. And you can feel the power moment, manipulation, excuses, and prior avoidance now irrelevant. Discipline and adherence to procedure dominate. The father's composure and patience pay off. The mother's prior attempts to control the narrative dissolve under structured, legal clarity. Would you have anticipated this culmination if you were tracking influence in real time? Facts hold. Manipulation fails. He walks out with control intact. She walks out exposed. The ruling isn't generous. It's calculated, predictable, and firmly grounded in demonstrated responsibility.
Before it's going to standard visitation.
We can do 4.
So that's visitation. I'll approve the joint managing conservatorship with Ms. Towns having the right to determine the primary residence within the state of Texas. Paternity will be established for, it started with a B. What was her name?
Bristol.
Bristol, that's it. And her last name, I'm not even sure what it is. Wood. Is it already Wood?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll just leave her last name Wood. Support amounts you all agreed to, I will approve in order. It was $610 a month child support and $100 a month cash medical.
Did you have a ruling on the retro?
One moment. Make sure I catch everything. The non-disclosure, I'm going to deny. How many months is she asking for total? This is from January 2022 to now. Okay. I'm going to order $5,000 in back child support, and I'm going to order him to pay that back at the rate of $60 each month, beginning October 1st, 2023. And I'll order Mr. Wood to pay court costs by March 31st, 2024.
During the modified, they'll be meeting at the Walmart at 6626 FM 1960 in Humble, Texas. Is that correct?
I believe
Yes.
so.
And then the Buc-ee's on I-45, 1402 South Interstate Highway 45, Ennis, Texas, for the rest of them.
That's for the standard, correct?
Yes. Yeah. Once they get to standard, once he's able to leave the Houston metro area. Does anyone have any questions?
No, Mom.
The Attorney General's
I have
office.
questions, but it's not about this. Mine is pertaining their Medicaid.
I'll let you talk to the Attorney General's office when we're done here, and they can probably answer that or possibly not answer it. I don't know. Depending on what the question is, they might not be able to. But they will be drafting up an order based on my ruling today, and they'll be sending it to me to review and sign off on and make sure it matches the ruling. And then they'll be sending you a copy for your records. Okay. So, I'm sorry, sir.
After my 90-day probationary period's up at my job, I will be adding them to my insurance. So
As soon as you do that, immediately let us know. Give us a copy of the insurance card and showing that they're on it and the date they were put on it.
Unless I could talk to them this weekend, that would be great. But
I can do that. I can do that.
Did you hear that, sir?
yes.
Okay. So yeah, he'll officially start on the 30th because it is logistical. It requires some thought. And then, yeah, if he can talk to them before then, that would be great.
Alrighty.
Okay. Thank you so much. I'm going to stop your recording. Sir, you're free to go. And ma'am, they'll move you to a breakout room.
This case is a masterclass in leverage and discipline. Observe how composure, factual clarity, and accountability consistently outweigh drama and emotional manipulation. Every attempt at control by one side was quietly neutralized by methodical evidence, strategic patience, and adherence to procedure. And you can feel the narrative of chaos collapse under the weight of responsibility. The rulings, back child support, visitation structure, paternity confirmation, aren't just orders. They're proof that discipline commands outcomes. Would you have held the same steady course under mounting pressure? This court record demonstrates a clear lesson. Facts and strategy always win over theatrics. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe for more courtroom breakdowns.